Let's face it, the frustration is real. You put in the work in the gym, eat clean and everything you read, yet some muscle groups just refuse to grow. You might look like you're making progress overall, but there are always those lagging body parts that seem to be stuck in a never-ending cycle of slow growth or even non-growth. Those muscles that everybody else seems to grow easily, they just won't respond. But why are some muscle groups so slow to develop, and what strategies can we employ to finally break through the barriers and unlock their full potential? Stick around till the end, because I will show you exactly how to skyrocket your results by training those muscles effectively. So first, let's start with a little acknowledgement. Yes, there are genetic factors at play. Your muscle fiber type dominance, muscle belly length, tendon insertion points, and other biological variables will naturally influence your growth potential and how each muscle appears. But dwelling on genetics won't get you anywhere. Most people have untrained muscles that lag behind simply because of controllable reasons. So let's focus on those. I've personally dealt with stubborn lagging muscles before. As a competitive natural bodybuilder for several years, my quads, shoulders, and calves were lagging far behind the rest of my physique. But I was able to turn things around by implementing the very same strategies I'm about to share with you. So let's dive into them. Step 1. Honest assessment. Before applying any of the strategies, take an honest look at your current training split, program, and routine. Are you really training the lagging part effectively and efficiently to maximize its growth potential? Often we tend to assume that we're doing everything right, but sometimes we need to step back and critically and objectively analyze our approach. Let me provide you with a simple checklist based on my own experience and apply it to my lagging triceps for an example. I would ask myself the following questions. 1. Form check. Am I using impeccable form on all exercises I do for triceps? If possible, record yourself on your phone and replay it to spot any lapses in technique or balance issues. 2. Mind-muscle connection. Can I genuinely feel my triceps working intensely on every rep without any compensation from other muscles? 3. Volume and frequency. Is the total weekly training volume, number of hard sets, and frequency, how often I train it per week, really adequate, especially compared to my well-responding muscles like my chest? For example, if I allocate 20 sets for chest and only 10 for triceps, I may need to rebalance this. 4. Progressive overload. Am I consistently striving to lift more weight, do more reps, or improve my form on triceps exercises? For example, am I tracking my reps and the weight I use each week to ensure gradual progression? And am I prepared to adjust accordingly, if after this assessment you determine that your training has been lacking in certain areas? You can strategically apply the following 5 strategies to correct course. Strategy 1. Increased training frequency. Muscles that don't seem to respond well can sometimes benefit significantly from increased training frequency. Instead of training the lagging muscle once a week, aim to hit it twice or even 3 times per week. For instance, if you currently do 12 sets of triceps pushdowns each week, break it down into 6 sets across 2 workout sessions, or 4 sets in 3 sessions. This allows you to distribute the weekly training volume across more sessions, providing more regular opportunities to stimulate muscle protein synthesis and overall growth. Training a muscle more frequently can also lead to higher quality sets per session, since you're approaching it when you're fresher and able to maintain better focus and technique. Strategy 2. Higher training volume. While most lagging muscles should respond well to the increased frequency alone, some may still require more total work to reach their optimal growth potential. If after increasing frequency you notice your lagging muscles still aren't responding, it's time to experiment with higher training volume. This means doing more hard sets for that muscle each week. Be cautious not to go overboard, though. A good starting point is to add 2 or 3 sets per week. For instance, if you're performing 10 sets for a lagging muscle, try 12, then move to 14, 16 sets and see how it goes. Keep track of your progress and stop adding more volume if you start experiencing performance drops or excessive fatigue. Find the sweet spot where you're still fresh enough to perform each set effectively, but challenged enough to promote gains. Strategy 3. Vary exercise selection and hit all angles. One reason for stubborn growth might be that you're not fully stimulating all subdivisions or fibers of the muscle. For example, if you only rely on close grip bench press for triceps, you might not be effectively targeting the lateral head, which could contribute to an imbalance. To address this, ensure you include a variety of exercises that hit the target muscle from different angles. For triceps, incorporate movements like overhead triceps extensions, skull crushers, cable pushdowns, and rope pull-downs. By incorporating different exercises, you'll comprehensively stimulate the lagging muscle, promoting balanced development. Remember, a muscle isn't just a single entity but consists of multiple heads and fibers that respond differently to various stimuli. So by changing the angle of attack and intensity, you can break through plateaus and achieve better results. Strategy 4. Utilize advanced intensity techniques. Sometimes you need to deliver a novel shock to wake up a stagnant muscle. Here's where intensity techniques come into play. Once you've nailed down proper form, technique, frequency, and volume, it's time to amp up the challenge. Drop sets, rest pause sets, supersets, and myo reps can all help you do this by increasing metabolic stress, muscle damage, and overall training stimulus. For example, incorporate drop sets, rest pause sets, supersets, or myo reps as a finisher for one or two key exercises targeting the lagging muscle. These techniques can provide the extra push needed to stimulate growth. However, use them judiciously. Just including one of these on the last set of one or two exercises for a muscle group is enough. Avoid turning every set into an intensity technique, as this can lead to overtraining and hinder progress. Strategy 5. Train the lagging muscle group. First, when you're at your freshest both mentally and physically, you can lift heavier, focus better, and execute exercises with perfect form, leading to maximum results. Therefore, to prioritize a lagging muscle group, train it at the start of your workout session. This allows you to bring your best self to the exercises that target that area. Alternatively, you could dedicate specific specialization days or short training blocks where bringing up that muscle is the primary focus of your entire routine. For example, if your main lagging muscle is your calves, you might plan a calves specialization day or block where you perform 3 to 4 intense calf exercises at the start of your workout session, allowing you to give them your full attention and lift heavy with proper form. Now, patience, consistency, and meticulous tracking are absolutely non-negotiable. Bringing up a lagging body part is often a slower process that requires unwavering consistency with these smart strategies. Dedicating time to focus on a lagging body part is a sign of maturity as a lifter. It shows that you understand the nuances of training and are willing to put in the extra work where others might quit. Stay committed, trust the process, and keep track of your progress. There are no overnight fixes. Long-term dedication is key. To summarize, when you feel frustrated by a lagging muscle, don't dwell on genetics or blame your upbringing. Instead, honestly assess your training. Then apply these 5 strategies one at a time if needed. Increase training frequency, higher training volume, varied exercises, intensity techniques, and prioritized training. Remember, progress isn't always linear, so stay patient, keep track of your results, and remain consistent. By doing so, you'll eventually conquer your stubbornness and achieve the balanced physique you've been striving for. I know you can do it.